at the end of the day, I'm walking out of the gates. I see him and he's talking to this other girl. And I'm just like really jealous. Like, what's going on? He's been ignoring me. This has been a horrible first day of high school. And I like pull him to like say hi and talk to him. And he tells me, I'm sorry, we can't hang out anymore. I have more fun with other girls. I was crushed.
That was a cocky little, I thought I was too cool for her.
He did think he was too cool for me.
Dear Shandy. Welcome back to Dear Shandy, listeners. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
Hello. You're so far away.
Yeah.
It's an exciting day today. We have not only a Love Fest, but even better, an in-person Love Fest.
We love those.
Which I think some mountains were moved on all parties' sides to make this happen today because they live all the way over in LA. And I'm just so delighted today to be joined by Miss Monica Payne and Luke Wesselhoff for our Love Fest from Ultimatum Season 4. Thank you so much for joining us
thank you
today.
guys. Welcome.
Thank you. We're really excited to be here.
I'm so glad this worked out. Seriously, a Herculean effort.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially on your parts.
Team effort.
Monica, you're here for a work trip
Yep.
already, and Luke is here for like a whirlwind.
Yes.
What is it, 24
24
hours?
hours.
It's
24 hours.
It's like 36.
36.
All right.
Okay, but one night.
Yes.
One night.
One night
Flew
only.
in yesterday, fly home tonight.
You guys, we loved watching you
No.
on the show.
Thank you.
I mean, we've said this many times. We're like, what would this season have been without these two?
I know.
Oh,
it was
okay.
like you guys were just passing through the madhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even
honestly, like we had our own troubles and hardships too. I just feel like it wasn't shown as much with everything else going on, but it was all our own within our own, partnership. So it was nice that we know the journey we went on.
was there something that wasn't shown that you feel should have been shown or that you wish had been shown?
Yeah, I think a lot wasn't shown. A lot. And I know he really wants to speak to this too. We just both had a lot of growth on the show that wasn't shown. A lot of our trial marriage wasn't shown, and a lot of amazing dates that we had where we had a lot of moments of understanding with each other and really like learning the growth that we had from our original trial marriages. Do you want to speak to that a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you grow, Luke?
I think that's like kind of part of it is there was like, I'm glad to hear that, we were kind of rooted for in the midst of all the other drama, as you will. But I think for us, like watching it personally, it did feel a lot like there was a lot of the negativity shown, a lot of the stuff that we needed to work on shown, but then the circle never really closed. There was never really shown the conversations of her telling me, I learned this because of my trial marriage and I'm going to bring this to our relationship. And then me saying the same and then working on that together.
Yeah.
That's what we did our last 3 weeks of the experience is a lot of that.
I will say from our perspective, it did feel like it was almost a given that you'd end up together. So, and because there was so much going on with the other couples, it was kind of like skimmed over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember one scene, you said sometimes I need support. Like I'm perceived as like Monica's always got it. I was really touched by that scene actually, honestly, because I really related to you. I said, I paused, I turned to Andy. I was like, that's how I feel.
I love that.
She did.
I love that.
How'd you take that?
Yeah.
I took it well. I mean,
Yeah.
well, personally, I thought that you went through some serious deal breakers in my point of view with David. Well, be honest with me.
Yeah.
Were you phoning it in after those?
That's
Yeah.
We couldn't
Yeah.
get like the
Yeah.
friendship thing.
And that wasn't shown. Like I will say, like the second half of our trial marriage wasn't shown.
Yeah.
And I think it's because David and I quickly realized we weren't compatible
Yeah.
on a lot of those core just values and morals that we find important pillars in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think we initially connected and felt comfortable with each other. But as soon as we had some of those tough conversations and realized, okay, our dynamic isn't good, we kind of both just knew that we were just basically waiting to get back with Casey and Luke.
Yeah.
So, and then I was so excited to get back with him and kind of have those realizations that I had with David because we are so aligned, I think, on what's most important. And everything else
That we
can
landed on
figure
the
out.
moon?
Yes, a lot of conspiracies we are aligned on.
Good.
but
We'll
also
get
the
into that.
trust thing, like you brought up
Yeah.
the friend conversation.
Mhm.
I think that conversation even like I think she handled it so well on the show.
Agreed.
Thank you.
There's so many
Yes.
girls who have texted her and been like, you handled that better than I could have. Like she
Yeah.
crushed it.
Absolutely crushed it with grace
Yeah.
and with
Thank
humor. I agree. I don't know if I would have handled it.
Mm.
So I think I might have gotten
Yeah.
in a fight, if I'm honest.
That's what others
like
have been saying.
I don't know if I'd be able to keep it together. And when he was like, maybe it's an LA thing, and you're like, no.
No. I
I
definitely
just
had to
think,
bite my
like-
tongue a little bit.
Yeah, well, it was very impressive.
Thank
It was a
you.
master class.
We really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's good
It
stuff.
just goes to like the core values that we've realized, or she realized that, we have. Is like I watched that whole situation, and Casey and I actually had multiple conversations about the same stuff, the Instagram pictures, the hanging out with other females. Like, there's a friends and family portion of the show. Like her parents came out.
Yeah.
My parents were unsupportive of it, so they didn't come out.
Oh.
But my two best friends did. One of those best friends is a girl. Her name's Emily. We've been best friends for 15 years.
Yeah.
She came out on the show to support me. She met Casey. She was here.
Yeah. And what did Casey
She
have?
was
an
shocked.
Yeah, she was
like,
shocked.
Wait,
She was like,
Monica's
this-
okay with
it's
this?
a girl
This can
and you're
happen.
okay
Yeah,
with
this
it.
can
Right.
happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
opinion?
But all that
Yeah.
to say
It's kind of
is
sad,
like,
actually.
Yeah.
we just understand. I'm glad she saw this in me, is like the details of it don't matter. Is like, are you staying with the guy? Have you known him 15 years?
Mhm.
Is he married? It's just, I trust her.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yes.
And
That's
who
it.
I surround myself around. He knows that I'm going to surround myself around people that I trust and I
Sure.
feel good around.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
align with my values,
Yeah.
friendships or relationships.
I gotta say, it reminds me of when people's parents really trust their children's choices and who they choose to be with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I actually think you'll make amazing parents one day because
Aw,
there's,
thank you.
trusting in
Yeah.
how you raised your child.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't need to dictate who they date or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, I trust,
You
Mhm.
trust their
I
judgment
trust
Yeah.
their judgment.
Yeah.
as much as
Yeah.
you trust them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
That's why like David's response was like, no, it's not about I don't trust you. It's about I don't trust the people you're with. It's like, okay, that's also a problem.
Well,
Because
he
you don't-
doesn't
Like, you should
trust,
trust the people that the
himself.
person
Yeah.
Is
is
what
with.
that means.
Well,
that's
that's
what
what
we saw.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we won't
exactly.
speak for him, but
No,
there were a lot of
no.
comments that were like, "This is a man who doesn't trust himself in that situation. He's
Right.
projecting."
Mhm.
But I'm curious. Then, you alluded to this growth. I feel like we saw yours,
Mhm.
Luke.
Mhm.
The confidence
Mhm.
built,
Mhm.
which was so beautiful to see.
It was.
Thank you.
honestly. And I've actually thought a lot about, there was that scene you had with Casey where you talked about how you were confident in certain ways, like with Monica, with other guys, but then one-on-one.
Such a weird conversation.
I know it really was. Well, I sat with it and I was like, I don't understand what he means. But then I thought about it more and I was like, I think I do.
First of all, he
It's-
was a little buzzed that night. He did admit
Let's just throw that out
It
there.
was a date
Full
night where he had a
loco.
little too much margaritas, so it didn't come across the way, because we've had this conversation before.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yes, if you want to explain what
For
you
what
meant.
it's worth, I ultimately think I do know what you mean. But yeah, you
Yeah.
can share.
Yeah, I was just trying to explain like my false confidence. It
Mm.
came off as cocky at a time in that life, and it worked, is what I was saying. It's like
Yeah.
I got away with it. People believed I was confident because I played it so well. But inside, I wasn't that confident. I would go home and doubt myself and be insecure. And in relationships, that would come out because then you're comfortable with that person.
Yeah.
So then my insecurities would come out there, and the
Mhm.
false confidence would go away.
And
So I was
in
trying to
the form of
explain that.
jealousy.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
I got that shows a lot of self-reflection
Mm.
that you can parse the two. And also, it's interesting that the world did respond to you when you were false with it, because I do think there's an element of faking it till you make it
Mhm.
Mhm.
in all things. But I also think confidence is one of them.
Mhm.
So for you, do you feel that they were separate journeys, or do you think in a way playing the part did help you achieve that confidence?
That's a great question. I mean, I'll bring it back to her
Yeah.
because we talk about her growth, and this is part of it, is like I've never had a woman as amazing as her. So I've gotten away with it until I had a woman step into my life who's amazing and very real and looked at my soul and was like, you're being insecure and taking it out on me. Like, you're not as confident as you think you are.
Mm.
Figure it out. Like,
Wow.
And I will say to bring it all back together, a lot of the growth when he realized that and worked on that with Casey, and then we got back together, my things that I needed to work on is I was very type A controlling in our relationship. Like, I did all the planning for everything. Like, when it came to planning a trip, like I didn't trust him to book the hotel and book the flights, and I just like like
Sounds
things
like
how I like them.
There's more parallels. I'm going to deflect all questions about our relationship in relation to yours. So don't try that again.
It's disturbing how familiar that is.
It's okay though.
I
It's
mean,
okay.
you even
We're good. We're good.
saw us while we were like talking about the framing of the cameras for this. I was like,
I'm
You know
She's
what?
the same way.
I just learned to take the back seat. I could do it.
but
she
let
does
her,
it better.
I think
I'm
that's
getting
not the
there.
conclusion. of what
I know.
she's
I'm
saying.
getting to the wrong conclusion.
I'm getting there.
That's a
Yeah.
confidence thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, and I'm happy you guys relate, and that's why we do want to share our story, because I do think there are a lot of normal couples that can relate to the growth and the dynamic in our relationship. But I didn't know why, but I always felt like I had to lead in our relationship, and I didn't even realize this till we went on the show, but I didn't quite trust him to like let the reins go and say, okay, you lead me, you take control.
Yeah.
And once we came back together and had a lot of those deep, real conversations, I realized it's because I didn't trust the man that he was presenting himself to be. And we would have so many conversations of, I think you're amazing. I would have endless, and you can speak to this too. I don't want to just say this for you, but I felt like I was a very supportive girlfriend. And anytime I saw him doubting himself or not succeeding in what he was doing, I would give him that pep talk and build him up. And I could only do that so much until he believed it in himself. And I felt like once we came back together, I realized, okay, you weren't being somebody that subconsciously I could trust. There was a part of me where I felt like, okay, I need to do this because he wasn't there yet. And do you want to give the little example of like last night?
Ooh, yes.
Uh-oh.
Walking,
We love
like
examples.
the safety example.
Shoot.
Do you want me to tell it?
It's too late
No,
now.
I
You gotta
remember
give it.
having this conversation last night, being like, oh, we should
Growth
use this as an
moment.
example tomorrow, but I don't remember that.
Okay, I'll tell the example.
So Luke, this is not a good example.
No, you're leading again. Come on.
You can chime in once you
I have a
remember.
trigger-based memory. So
Yeah,
Okay,
he'll get
it'll
it.
come
He'll
back.
get it. So basically, an example is we'll be walking down the street and he notices something that might be a safety issue of me, and he'll say, "Come quickly on the other side of me." And in the moment, I'll like ask a question like, "Why? Why do I need to move?"
It's almost like defensive, but it comes from that, like she doesn't trust
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
guy that I'm presenting. So if I'm like, hey, move left really quickly, she's like, why? What's on my right?
Instead
and then
of
like
just-
looks
Instead
right.
of just
And then
trusting
like
him.
Okay.
Just move left.
Okay.
And then
Interesting.
we pointed that out last night. That's the example, is we were walking somewhere and like I noticed a guy like coming right at her and she wasn't paying attention. She was just being all cute. And I was like, hey, move to your right really fast. And she just moved to her right. And I was like,
Oh, wow.
oh, I'm doing good. She
That-
trusts me. Like,
That's great.
Sweet.
I love that.
You guys really notice the little
We
things.
do. We do. We're very like aware in our relationship. And you saw that first conversation we had on the couch the night that we came back to each other. Like we had so many of those conversations, and that's how our conversations happen. I think that's probably why a lot of them weren't shown. They're just very conversational.
Yeah.
And we really hear each other out. But to wrap it all up to what I was saying that night, I have gotten so many DMs of women who relate to me and feel like because they have it all together and because they feel like they're always able to get things done and be a powerful woman, that they don't feel like they can have moments of weakness or imperfection. And that wrapped up with, you know, his confidence and building his confidence up. We had one really amazing conversation where he told me, I realize that you're a powerful woman, so you don't need a powerful man, but you deserve a powerful man. And that's really what I was looking for and wanting that power couple of like, we are both in our top peak confidence with each other by ourselves, so we can go through life supporting each other and being the best version of ourselves.
Oh, just to get really granular here, because I think we can with you
Yeah.
guys.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love this stuff.
Yeah.
As I feel like I understand how you were able to build that confidence given the scenes we were shown,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, with Casey. And like, I think a lot of it is probably self-work. I don't know how much it had to do with Casey, the interactions you might have had, but I'm just curious, Monica, because I don't feel like we saw how you went from self-described type A controlling to like, how did you come to that conclusion? Because if I'm honest, I don't know if David would be the trial marriage partner who I'd be like, oh yeah, now you can disagree. I'm just curious, like, what did we not see, or what inner work did you manage to do that wasn't shown that could let you loosen up in 3 weeks, which is not that long?
I know. It's not that long. And I feel like having somebody who's pretty opposite of Luke honestly helped. And having those conversations where I did feel like emotional vulnerability wasn't there between David and I, it made me really appreciate how open we can be with each other, how vulnerable we can be with each other, how much we really do want to get to know each other's hearts and we really want to help each other grow. And I felt like having that rigidness with David, and I do feel like we both got there with time. Like I'm so happy I got him to open up a little bit and grow as well. But for myself, it just made me realize having somebody who was not appreciative of who I am, and I felt in a way was trying to control some of my, beliefs and morals, and it made me appreciate the leniency that we have with each other.
Totally.
And it honestly made me just want to loosen up and let our relationship happen and enjoy it. Like it just made me realize what our relationship could be and how grateful I am for how open and relaxed I can be in our relationship. And it made me realize we got it. We're going to figure it out. We are so connected and I don't have to be so tense, and I can just let our relationship happen because I know he's got me.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
sweet. Thank you, David.
Yeah. Well, I was going to add to that is like, I think for both of us, because you pointed out that it felt a lot of like self-growth. Like, yes, Casey helped with that. Yes, David definitely helped with that. But I think to use the term that the kids all use nowadays, and it was definitely used on the show, of like, they just gave us the space to do that. She talks about it that not only have we been at that time in a 5-year relationship, but I had known her for 15 years. So there's a level of comfortability between us that at any point can turn into complacency, and you don't admit everything, or you don't fully break down a moment and become that self-aware until you're in a room with a stranger who is comfortable enough with you and support, at least for me, supportive enough to, like for me, my self-growth was, I did a lot of Bible work. I read the Bible every single day I was on the show for all 8 weeks, every single day. And Casey didn't say anything about it. Casey didn't believe the same. She had not the same faith as me. Every now and then I'd share a verse or two with her. Like I'd write a verse of the day on the whiteboard and share it. But it was never like a thing. It was never made into something for me to feel insecure about or anything like that. Like that's just one example.
Yeah.
And then I think David did the same thing for her. So that when we came back together, our 3 weeks, we had like a list in our heads of things that we learned and we need to work on. There's a scene of me in the show telling her of like, this is my chance to prove to you of who you're going to marry if you say yes. So I think honestly, I mean, I don't know, I haven't spoken to the producers, but I think that's how you're supposed to do the show. You commit to your trial marriage, you get fully open with them so you can learn things about yourself, and then put those things to practice with your original partner for 3 weeks. And if it goes well, marriage is for you.
I have something for you, Andy.
Ooh, Christmas has come early, I see.
We have a Cozy Earth unboxing. You've heard us talk in our last few Cozy Earth ads about this famous beach towel, and we hadn't yet felt it. So now you get to witness the moment. Let's feel them at the same time. Do you like the color I chose?
Yeah. What is that? Teal?
It's julep. Ooh.
Wow.
Wait, that's super nice.
Oh, this is super, super, super nice.
It's so plush.
I almost don't want to even unroll it. I want to use it as like a neck thing.
It's so perfect. Okay, so Cozy Earth, you guys know by now we are huge fans.
It's
You
so
guys
nice.
even
It's
you
soft.
can't feel this, but it's really significantly softer and plusher than your average beach towel. But it's not limited to beach towels, Andy. Everyone knows that our bed sheets are from Cozy Earth. They're made from viscose from bamboo, so they are cooling, breathable. They somehow keep you cool when you're hot and sweaty on a hot summer night, and you're wearing their lounge pants, our bath towels, pillows, our pillowcases, our cuddle blankets.
Yeah. And our clogs.
And our clogs. So oversized? I mean, it really is oversized. Look how big.
Huge.
Ultra plush. It really is ultra plush.
Oh, yeah. You're not
And
lying.
completely built for your best summer days.
Head to cozyearth.com and use code Shandy for an exclusive 20% off.
That's code Shandy for an exclusive 20% off. And if you get a post-purchase survey, be sure to let them know that we, Dear Shandy, sent you.
Hey, you know what I'm wearing?
What?
You know? You want to see it?
Yeah.
Skims.
I think you all gave us a fright, Andy. You are wearing your Skims cotton boxer brief in kyanite, such a cute color. And I'm wearing the Skims cotton t-shirt bra. And I just love that Skims has fabrics that feel so stretchy, so soft, they're so breathable, but they incorporate cotton. Because, and let me tell you, in the summertime, this is important.
At this point, I think it's safe to say that there's not a day that goes by when we don't wear Skims.
I mean,
I thought it was going to just be you.
No, I know you thought that.
And I approve.
I know, but then when Skims sent you some of the boxer briefs, you were like, okay, and then you put it on, you're like, oh wait, this is really nice. Eddie's wearing the 5-inch, by the way.
And the 5-inch is the leg part. That's fine. People want to know.
It comes in 3-inch and 5-inch. I have a confession to make. I tried a different bra. I ordered one online. It was being advertised to me and I was like, wow, that looks like it must fit really well. I tried it on and I felt stupid forever cheating on Skims. Let me tell you, it was advertised as being like the perfect t-shirt bra. It cut right down here across my armpit. Whenever I would wear anything remotely open in the sides, you could see it. Whenever I would go like this, it would gape at my boob. Like, it was a disaster. I went crawling back to Skims very quickly.
Once you go Skims, you have a lot of your Skims in your closet.
So shop Skims cotton and all my favorite pieces at skims.com.
Mine too. My pieces too.
Okay.
After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you.
Select podcast in the survey and Dear Shandy in the drop-down menu that follows. Do you feel that you would be engaged today? So it's been a year now since filming, right? Would you be engaged today if you hadn't done the ultimatum?
I love that question.
Yeah.
I actually want to bring up a conversation I had with my parents that wasn't shown. And it was my favorite scene of the entire show when he asks for their blessing. I'm so happy I got to watch that. And I cry every single time I watch it.
That was beautiful.
He's like,
he did
a great
job.
job. He's like, I know.
We were really into that scene.
It was amazing. And I'm so happy I get to watch it.
I think it's cool she gets to see it because most wives don't get to see that.
Those are the 3 most important people in my life. So to see them interact and have so much love for each other, and my parents just love him so much, like, such a special moment. And we obviously had a much longer date that was shown. And we got to talk about all of our growth with my parents. And something my dad said is, it seems like the amount of growth and understanding that you guys have had in this short time is something that your mom and I had over a span of our first 5 years of our marriage. And it's really special that you guys had 2 months of your life to turn everything off. You didn't have to worry about paying rent and finances and a job. And it really felt like 2 months of just couples therapy to just really focus and grow. And we had to we got to turn off all other stressors. And so much happened in that time that I think would have happened regardless. It just would have taken a lot longer. I had always known that I wanted to marry him. I think knew pretty quickly, like, we were each other's soulmates, and there was just something holding me back and I couldn't quite figure it out. I thought it was so surface level of, he needs to have his career figured out before we can get married. And being there and breaking it down, I probably would have learned that over the years, and we wouldn't have been engaged maybe for a couple more years until I figured out what was really holding me back. But we were able to figure out it in 2 months. So I'm happy that it got us there, because we're ready to have babies. We want to have a family. So thank you, Ultimatum.
Do you have any announcements to make?
No, we don't. But I'm happy it happened quick.
Okay. So the show, a good move overall.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So why did you go on the show?
So I actually got a DM for season 3.
Ooh.
So whole season before.
So the show approached you?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a DM from a casting
How does that
agent.
work? They see coupley photos of you and they're like, there must be something
Yeah.
That's
wrong.
what I assume.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
People
It's
have
an
that
algorithm.
work for, the network. They have casting agent profiles and they just scope on Instagram. And really funny story, but I'm friends with Shandy from season 3 as well. We're both from LA. We both worked the same job out of college.
Okay.
And season 3, they were looking specifically for LA couples. We were actually living up in NorCal at the time. He had a job opportunity up there. I just kind of showed him the DM. We laughed about it, but we weren't really in a place to go on it. So then come season 4, the same casting agent reached out again, was like, hey, now we're casting for season 4. And at this point, we had just moved back home from NorCal. The job opportunity up there didn't quite work out. And I had quit my cushy 9-to-5 job to move up to NorCal with him. We had just moved back in with mom and dad while we were figuring out, okay, where to next. I was reapplying for jobs. And so I was kind of in this mental place of like, okay, I just moved up there. Now we're moving back. I'm 28, he's 30. I want to start having babies by the time I'm 30. Like, where are we going? And I felt very much confused on the next step in the next direction in our relationship. And I just felt like we had been together for 5 years and we were really confused on next steps. And what I wanted and the timeline I wanted wasn't really aligning with our age and how long we had been together. So
Sorry
I really
to interrupt, but does this line up with what you alluded to on the show, which was a really rough year?
Yeah.
So this was in that, rough year.
That was the rough year.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I'll add a little context to help you out as well.
Yeah.
Is like we talk about the firefighter thing a lot. That was mentioned on the show quite a bit. It's what I went to school for. It's what I'd love to do as a career. I've been chasing it since 2018.
Okay.
So
8
at the
years.
time of going on the show, it was year 7 of applying over and over and over, testing over. Like we talk about the test on the show.
Yeah.
And I got a 90%. I've gotten 50, 90% tests. Like I do that all the time.
Really?
That's part of the process that I've been going through for the past 7 years.
Wait, is it that difficult?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Really?
that's a
Yeah.
huge part of it that people don't understand.
There's so much I don't understand about this. I also
I don't
think
know
they're
anything.
underpaid. We
Yeah.
Googled. I'm just like, this.
Especially
they should be-
now.
Yeah.
It's like fire like every week.
No,
And they do so much more than just fires.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
tough situation because we need more firefighters and the funding isn't there to hire more, but he'll apply for a department that's hiring, let's say, a class of 48 guys, and 5,000 people will be applying for it. And the process is there's a written test, a physical test, a panel interview, and then a chief's interview, backgrounds and health check. And right, is that everything?
Wow.
And so the amount of times that he's made it to chief's interview and also backgrounds has probably been at least 10 times.
I've done like 5 or 6 chiefs interviews.
Yeah.
3 backgrounds.
Yep. And
So I've
every
gotten all the way to the
time,
final step a few times.
Oh my God.
he's been like right there. And it's just so competitive and they're not hiring as many firefighters
Do
as
they
there
not
are
need
wanted.
more?
No,
They
they
do.
do.
Yeah, I mean, you ask any firefighter in the state, they're like, oh yeah, we need guys.
Yeah.
But and then to your underpaid thing too is they all make great money because they work overtime. These guys are scheduled 2-3 days a week like they're supposed to be, but they're working 4, 5, 6 days a week, racking in overtime because they need more people. But most departments, the hiring's not up to them. It's political, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
That sounds
funding.
tough because
Yeah.
it would mean you need to stay in that level of like physical, mental, academic state. You'd have to
Yeah.
stay at that like
Yeah.
Yeah.
fully
And-
studied
and-
state.
That's a
That's
great way
kind
to
of
say
been
it. It's
part of the
like
problem.
that was kind of the problem.
Yeah.
Is I have a very focused mind. I went like this on the reunion and explained it of like I've had ADHD my whole life. I've recently started medication for that and it's changed things a lot. But like I have trouble focusing on multiple different things. I hyper focus on one thing. So I have that mindset of like, I have to be a firefighter. I need to keep my EMT active and recert every 2 years. I need to keep my medical knowledge active and work on an ambulance so I know what to do. I need to keep physically strong. I need to keep all my firefighters. I have like 43 different certifications for firefighting.
Wow.
He's so
like,
qualified.
And I
like
need,
if you saw
I
his
need
resume.
to keep all of those things active. So she's telling me, I love you. I support you. I think firefighting is a great career, but you're not a firefighter right now. Can you do something else
Which I
to
think
be
is
successful
fair.
and grow in
And
life?
talk about realistic. I do feel like you
Exactly.
are
I'm the realist.
such a realist.
And he's,
Yeah.
he's the lover
I love
boy.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
the lover boy,
Yeah.
the dreamer boy who's just
Yeah.
like, one day I'm going to be a firefighter. So
Yeah.
until then, I'll just
Yeah.
do whatever.
And our dreams are so aligned. Like we both want the same things,
Mhm.
but I'm, over here saying if we want those dreams, we can't just talk about them. If we want to get married, I need you to focus on a different, more stable career until you're a firefighter so we can make those dreams happen.
I feel the show misrepresented that.
I agree.
Yeah.
That was one of my biggest.
If I were you,
Yeah.
because I relate to you in so many
Thank
ways,
you.
as do
Yeah.
apparently thousands upon
Yeah.
thousands of other
Yeah.
women, as someone who's a perfectionist
Yeah.
and the realist and type A, all the things,
It's me. Yep.
I struggle more than anything with feeling misunderstood.
Mhm.
And I feel knowing this backstory, and maybe they did it for simplification's sake, because this is, a lot of backstory that maybe people I don't know, wouldn't
Yeah.
be interested to hear. But to me, I felt the show portrayed you as wanting him to just go make more money.
Yep.
Correct.
I agree.
It
And
had
that's
nothing to do with money.
Yeah, and that's honestly my biggest or my most upsetting part of the edit, because that's not my heart. That's not how I view his
Like you guys
dreams
don't
and
understand.
support.
If she wanted money, we would have broken up a long time
Yeah,
ago.
I'm good.
I've never had money.
That's the other thing that I want to clarify too. Like, I got myself. Like that. I want us to both be successful and happy together. Like, I'm not trying to marry money over here. Like, I want to work. I love working. I love having multiple things going on. That's not what I'm looking for. And I've always been so supportive of him, and I think he'll be an incredible firefighter. So everybody, I want you to know that. I think he'd be amazing. I never want him to stop trying. And if I could brag on him a little bit of why I think he'd be a great firefighter, his instincts are to help people. He's always had those instincts. We will be driving in our car every single time we see somebody with no gas, they're pushing their car to the gas station, he immediately pulls over and helps them without question.
Wow.
There was one time we were driving on the freeway to a wedding. We're in a suit and a fancy dress. And we see this older lady driving, and the bottom of her car is smoking, and she doesn't know. He waves her down, flags her over to pull over. We get out in our suit, dress, and heels, and he gets her out of the car, and her car basically catches on fire minutes after that.
Wow.
We waited until the fire department came. He knew exactly how to handle the situation. He has the knowledge, but it's also his instincts. Like this on the freeway, he will help somebody. I think he'll be the most amazing firefighter, and I can't wait until he's hired. I know that day will come, but if we want to have a wedding, get married, have kids, just push yourself in a different way until those dreams do come true. Because I know they're going to come.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Wow, you guys are even better than we thought. Now I'm annoyed. I feel competition. I don't like this.
No one's better than us.
We can just be friends.
You can't out Shandy us. Stop trying.
We can shine together.
Okay, fine. You're right. I like that.
Even that's something you would say.
Yeah, I know. No,
So we should start a podcast.
yeah. 1 to 10, how scared were you at any point in the process that you were going to lose her?
Oh man. Week 1, 10.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Were you intimidated
And what
by
was
David?
Yeah.
So I think at that time, yes. Like there's a scene of
he's like,
He's a big guy.
He was very bravado. He wants to be intimidating.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
his
that's a
thing.
thing for him. And so and at the time I hadn't worked on my insecurities yet. That was week 1. I just got there and broke up with her as part of the show.
Right.
So I'm as insecure as I could be. So I'm sitting at that pool thinking all the bad things about myself while I watch her walk around, look hot as hell and have the time of her life, because that's her thing. She loves talking to people and flirting and being fun. Like she's great at it. Me, I was just sitting there like trying not to look at her the whole time.
Oh.
But yeah, I think in the beginning it was definitely hard 10. I said at the reunion, or I said at the finale, the proposal, I was probably about 90% that she was going to say yes. There were 2 conversations, our last 2 dates before
really
going.
good conversations.
The helicopter date that's been teased recently. And then we had a rooftop date at Circa in Vegas where we were just so open and honest. It really felt like we just kind of went through the whole experience in our own words. I just kind of told her everything I've worked on, everything I've learned, everything I plan to give her when we go home. She said the same thing back, reiterated kind of all the stuff we just said to you guys. So much so that I went to sleep that night all right, I got this. She trusts you.
Aw.
It's going to happen. That's why the scene of me shows I woke up Super Bowl Sunday. I was ready to go. But it definitely started at 10 and then worked its way down.
You
as we
hit
got
it
through the
well,
process.
honestly.
Yeah.
I was impressed. There was times David was saying things where I would have my heat would have been up.
Oh, yeah.
And I could tell you were just I got this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's something I've always done that comes a little bit from the insecurity. It's also from the family I was raised in is just very conflict driven.
Yeah.
Conflict driven.
Yeah.
Really?
They love
His family's very
conflict. They feed
conflict
off of
driven.
it.
Mine's
Really?
very calm, cool.
Wait, I
collected.
have to know
Yeah.
birth order. Do either of you have siblings?
Yep. So I have a younger brother.
Okay.
He's 3 years younger than me.
And that's it. You're
And
the-
that's it. I'm the older sibling.
Okay.
If
And
that
how
makes
about-
sense.
I have an older sister,
Okay.
then me, then I have a younger brother, then a younger
I
sister.
knew you were a middle child.
Yeah.
I knew it. I totally called that. Okay, so
Oh,
you're
yeah.
in a conflict-driven family and you're a middle child.
Whoever screamed the longest and the loudest won the argument, is what I gather.
Okay.
We're very loud family, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Like even just playing games with us, like the whole neighborhood hears.
That's
But then
I would not
in a
have
fun
guessed
way.
that.
Me
But then
neither.
I don't think of conflict when I think of you.
I do want to
so
say
that's
one
that's
thing
what I was
too.
getting to is I personally, my grandma is the opposite. My grandma's like my best friend. I love my grandma. She's
Uh-huh.
the freaking best. She hates conflict.
Hmm.
She grew up teaching us, or I grew up with her teaching us, like if we're arguing over McDonald's or Burger King, she just takes us to McDonald's and Burger King. Like
Hmm.
there's no point in arguing.
Yeah.
Just like life's too short to argue. Like she's
Yeah.
always raised
Mhm.
us that way. So I avoid conflict from an insecure point of view where
Mhm.
I'm just like, David said something bad about me. I probably already thought that bad thing about myself. So like, I'm not going to
Mhm.
defend it.
Oh, wow.
And then I also just avoid conflict, like the threatening thing at the choice. Like he literally threatened me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, I'm not addressing
You just
this. I
ignored
just
it, yeah.
laughed and walked away. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
And
Like,
I-
I mean, you it looked good on you.
it did.
did.
It did. And my upset that night regarding that whole thing was kind of cut weird because I was upset that he didn't stand up for himself, because he
Mm.
did make a comment when David chose me of take care of her, or like she deserves the world, so give her that. And in that moment, and the confidence thing that I've always like tried to hype him up as well, my upset in that moment was more so, don't let him like big dog you.
Yeah.
Like
It
you can
was a
say
clear
back, that was
power
too
move.
far.
Yeah.
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 And I just wanted him to like be confident in himself and say, don't say that to me. I got her. Like,
Yeah.
you know, whatever it was to make him feel like good
Hmm.
in that moment. And I did see that growth in the end. And I feel like him even saying to David at the reunion that some things made him uncomfortable showed such a big moment of growth for him, because it's really hard for him to address things that are, you know,
I think that's sweet.
Yeah.
I love it when couples get protective of each other.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do too.
Like, I feel it happen with us sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, how dare he speak to you that way?
Yeah.
Like, take it down. It's okay. I can handle it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
Yeah.
that at the reunion. It was a bit of a nothing burger because David was just like, I defer, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I was really, in a weird way, I had like pride that you, at the
Me too.
reunion, you were like, actually, I do have a little bit of beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I wasn't
she's-
expecting that.
Like she said, it did take a lot for me to do that.
Mhm.
There's you can see it and hear it. There's some nerves in my
Mhm.
voice.
Mhm.
We also went first, I will say.
Yeah.
So like we just got there, we just sat down. Nick and Vanessa said hi, and then they're like,
Did they know you were planning on saying something?
no.
No. Mm-mm.
No. So that's why I was like super nervous. Is we had been sitting in a box for 5 hours waiting for film time.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then they finally say, come on out. We stood there. They told us where to sit, and then they walked us out and we were filming.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
it. Like it was
yeah.
like a
Yeah.
10-minute window.
Yeah.
And they're like, Luke and Monica, you're going first. Tell us about your life. And so like I was just nervous in general. Like,
Yeah.
oh, cameras are rolling. I'm on. It's been a year since I've done this. This is weird.
Mhm.
So then Vanessa called out the emotion behind my voice. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I'm freaking nervous because I have to say this to David. I have to do it. I have to do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So then it came out and you can hear it.
Yeah.
But
And
I
then
will
you were
say,
happy you did.
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And I, as much as like you said, it was a wave off response. I'm also proud of David, like in the same ways. I think if I said something like that to him
Mhm.
towards the beginning of the show, we would have fought.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a
Mhm.
really good point.
Yeah.
so for him to just
He
put
took
his
it really
hands up and be
well.
like, you know
Mhm.
what? You're upset. I'm sorry. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking
Yeah.
for. That's perfect.
No fight
But-
back.
Yeah.
I will add to another context moment, and it goes to your point of I'm not good at standing up for myself, but I will always stand up for her. Is there's been some misconstrued comments of like, how come I called out David but not Monica? What people have to realize is when we were sitting on that couch, filming wrapped 14 months before that.
Wait, just so I'm clear, who said how come you're
That's
calling-
just like internet perspective.
Some people on the internet have been saying, you know, Monica and David were clearly, you know, flirting with each other, like had those moments of
Okay.
taking, in my opinion, taking the child marriage seriously. We
Yeah.
were getting to know each other, but
Oh, they thought you were a little too flirty with David.
yes.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Well, and then
so-
there also goes to how her growth was left out. There's lots of, comments and opinions of like Luke's growth was shown and Luke did so much work. What did Monica do?
Monica
Yeah.
Mm.
That
It's
wasn't
that's just
shown.
because they
It did
didn't
kind
show
of feel
that.
way.
Yeah.
So then the other point to that is I had 14 months to address all of that with her.
We
Not
had
only
so
the
many
3 weeks that weren't shown, like
Yeah.
we got engaged. We
Right.
went home and worked on everything.
Talked through every little thing. We
There-
both
there
had
were
journals.
40 apologies
Yeah.
from me, 50 from her. Like,
Yep.
Oh, she won.
yeah, yeah. She always
And
apologizes
we
more.
had journals where we both
That's a question we had, actually.
we both wrote down notes from every single day on our trial marriage, and we went through page by page together and talked through things. And yeah, there are moments where I feel like, you know, I had to address with him and say like, ooh, like this happened. I'm sorry this happened. This might come across the wrong way when we watch it. But we had all those conversations. The reunion was our time to address things with other castmates that we hadn't seen in 14 months. So,
No, it's
yeah.
to be honest, for what it's worth, I didn't even know what you were talking about. For Andy and I watching it, we felt the second there were two conversations.
Yeah,
we
there
had
was
with
one in
David.
bed where he was drinking wine.
Oh yeah, the drinking in
What did
bed
he say?
one.
What was the thing he said where I saw you started crying, and I felt like that was the moment where you're like, oh my God, I have 2.5 more weeks of this.
Yeah. Yeah. In that moment, I said, I miss Luke. Did I come here? Did I make a mistake
Yeah.
coming here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but it was not good.
Yeah. It felt like he was just very closed off and rigid to
Right.
the experience and did not
No.
want to open up with me. And we have to live with this person for 3 weeks. And we're also being filmed and being prompted to have conversations, not surface level conversations, for about 10 hours a day. So this was, you know, in the beginning of our trial marriage, and he was kind of flipped a switch to how he was during dating week and was
Do you think it's because he was drinking?
no, I don't think it was because he was drinking. We got our phones back, and so I do think that maybe there was some conversations with Casey once we got our phones back after dating week, and it just kind of made him put his walls up. And
Don't you think the phones?
I know.
Yeah, the phone
Oh,
shouldn't
yeah.
be there.
That was
It's
one of our
dumb.
number one things that we said is please take the phones next season
Yeah.
because we didn't talk to each other and we didn't
And you
want
got
to.
so much out of
Yeah.
it. And that takes so much restraint. Like
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
so impressed with you, especially everyone else is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It would be hard to resist.
It would be hard.
All
You
other
guys
shows
are
take the
both
phones.
very, what's the word I'm looking for? They have
Professional.
we called them professional in the season.
Well, I thought that the
I love
way, particularly you, Monica, handled everything, it was like,
Yeah.
I want to hire you for a job. I feel like no matter what the job is, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do my best.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is-
That
and
is
her
me.
best is a
her.
very
To a
high
T.
level.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
believed it. You're like, oh my God, maybe she really does like David. Like, no, she's just doing her job.
Literally,
She's
yes.
diligent. She's
Do you wanna-
responsible.
Yeah, well said. If you allow me, I'll tell you.
Say it.
So again,
Say
I've
it.
known this girl my whole life.
Yeah.
She's always been that way.
Yeah.
I make fun of her because I'm Mr. Class Clown in school, and
I was in AP classes,
rules are
straight
meant
A's.
to be broken.
He
Kind
was class
of.
clown over here getting kicked out of class. And we
Yeah.
went to the same junior high and high school. So we were complete opposite students.
Were
Like
you
I was
friends in high school?
we were friends during the summer.
And then at
When
school, we
school
were not.
started, we weren't friends. 'Cause
Wait,
we were
why?
we were like different friend groups because I was
That's
like
so funny.
Wait, like you weren't like looking at each other or talking to
well,
each
we
other?
definitely had crushes on each other. Those always happened, but we couldn't interact during the school year because he was with like the
It's
goofy
different cliques, like West Side Story.
kinda. Yeah, we were like the secret summer love every single summer. Yeah.
Oak Essentials for that dewy, hydrated skin.
Good, Andy. Andy, what an oldie but a goodie
Yeah,
that
gotta bring it
J-Lo
back,
is.
gotta bring it back.
Well, you know who came back. It was Oak Essentials.
They sure did.
We advertised Oak Essentials way back. They're from the masterminds over at Jenny Kane. And I mean, they have taken Lux to your skin. And I would know actually because I've continued to purchase their moisture-rich balm on my own because I think this stuff is absolute gold in a bottle. It is so thick, so nourishing. And I think that can be said for all of Oak Essentials products, frankly. So what makes Oak Essentials stand out from the rest, because let's be honest, we all are inundated with skincare marketing. I love that Oak Essentials is truly clean. They formulate according to strict UK and EU standards. That might not sound like a big deal, but actually if you do a little digging on what's allowed in the US versus other countries, you realize that that's actually a really big deal. So we're talking no sulfates, no phthalates, no petrolatum, no parabens, none of that garbage.
None of the peas.
None of the P's or the S's. And I just find that as I get older, I care more and more about that, honestly, where I'm like, wait, what am I putting on my skin? What is being absorbed into my body right now?
Every day.
every day.
It adds up.
It does.
Maybe one day, no big deal.
Yeah.
100 days, 1,000 days, forget it. You're finished.
And of course, Oak Essentials' hero product is their Luminous Body Lotion. It has sold out multiple times now.
And once you try it, you'll understand why.
Head to oakessentials.com and use code Shandy for 15% off your first order.
That's 15% off at oakessentials.com with promo code Shandy.
After you purchase, they'll ask how you heard about them. Support Dear Shandy and tell them we sent you.
Square space. Build a beautiful website today.
That was beautiful, Andy. I loved that.
Oh, I thought that was rehearsal.
No, that wasn't rehearsal. We don't rehearse here at Dear
Really?
Shandy.
Oh, wow,
Andy. We
okay.
just launched right into it.
Uh-huh.
And I just thought that was so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But seriously, where would you go other than Squarespace to build a beautiful, professional looking website, Andy?
I actually don't know.
They have figured out how to help people like you and me, people who don't know how to design a website, how to build something from scratch. And so first you select from one of their beautiful website templates, and then you plug in your photography, your images, your text. And then they have font packs, color packs, gallery options, blogs, mailing lists, all that, it goes on and on. Plus AI features, they're up with the times to help you help yourself, really, because who doesn't need a website?
Seriously, start helping yourself. I'm sick of seeing crappy websites. I
know.
don't want to see them anymore.
I know there's really no excuse anymore, to be honest.
None. So go to squarespace.com/Shandy for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use code Shandy for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Again, that's squarespace.com/Shandy for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use code Shandy to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
I know that Luke was your first kiss.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know how that kiss went down.
Ooh, I love this. I love this. I'll start, and then I feel like you can take over because I knew of him, I feel like, before he knew of me.
Oh, because he was older.
Yes, because he was older. We did. Me bringing the mic closer. I'm like, this is serious. This is a serious conversation. I'm locked in. So we actually grew up basically on the same street. He was one street over, and we have Paseos in our neighborhood, and our neighborhood is really close. So
Do you guys know what Paseos are?
No,
I don't, but I was just making
that
believe I
did.
knew.
I was like, yeah.
I found
No,
out
the old
recently
Paseo,
that that's
yeah.
a thing people don't know about.
Yeah.
Like we grew up with them, so that's a word in my vocabulary.
I've never heard that.
And most people just like
Yeah.
blow by it.
Yeah.
But they're just walking paths. They're
Okay.
gated
Neighborhoods.
walking
Oh.
paths.
Oh, like
they went
past
from neighborhood
AO.
to neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
that's
call
beautiful.
them Paseos.
yeah, so there's a Paseo that goes from my neighborhood to his that takes like a 2-minute walk.
Okay.
And my whole neighborhood grew up really close. My parents still live in the house that I was born in. And there's probably 7-8 families on that street that I've grown up with since I was in diapers. And his family moved in to that house like elementary school, like late elementary school. And we have like a neighborhood swim team during the summer.
This sounds very wholesome.
Yeah, it's
It's
getting
really-
really spicy.
It could be a little like
Hallmark
story. That's what everyone always says to us. But our younger siblings were on the swim team. We weren't. And I would just go and have fun at the pool during the summer while my brother had swim team. So would all the other families that we were really close with. I started to know who he was because he would kind of come around, but he didn't know who I was. And I got really close with his mom, with his sister. I did his sister's hair and makeup for the first time when she was in like 3rd grade. And he barely knew who I was at this point. I just got close with his mom and sister. And I had even come over a couple times to his house, and I baked with his mom. At this point, he has no idea who I am. I'm like 11. And in junior high, I had a big crush on him. He was a year older in 8th grade. And still, I don't think knew who I was. Because in his mind, he met me that summer of 8th grade going into 9th grade for me. So 9th grade going into 10th grade for him.
Oh.
And he was at the pool. It was during the summer. And he was with a friend who I knew. And I came to the pool. And he asked his friend, oh my gosh, who is that girl, when I walked in. And in his mind, that's when he found out who I was. I was 13, he was 14. I had already known him for a couple years and had a crush on him. And then do you want to take over from there of like kind of how the summer went?
I don't remember like the exact day of the kiss. I just remember how it happened. But I feel like we gave enough details.
Yeah.
So like we were just hanging out with
Throughout the summer.
like all throughout the summer.
Okay.
Every pool event we were there flirting with each other and hanging out. And then there was one like family event at her parents' house.
The whole family friend group,
Everybody's
all
there.
the 8 families are just hanging out at my parents' house. We would kind of switch houses. Like everybody just hung out together.
I
during the
cannot
summer.
believe how wholesome this
It was
is.
so fun.
wholesome.
So
Still
we-
to this day,
Is-
they do that
Oh
too.
yeah, all the time.
Really?
Mhm.
They
Oh
have
my God.
they had Dodgers watch parties for the World Series.
I'm a little
where they, like,
jealous. It's
changed-
so
Yeah.
neighborly.
It is.
Each game was at a different
At a
person's
different house on the neighborhood for the
I
most
picture like when
recent.
you run out of milk or like an egg.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
you knock on the
Yes.
door and
Yeah,
ask
we
for
were
a cup
there.
of milk.
We were there
Okay,
the
wow.
other day. Someone walked in and was like, "Hey, I went fishing and got a bunch of extra fish. Here's some for you." And
Yeah,
just like dropped
and
it
just
off.
walk in.
Like just walked in.
Yeah.
And did
Wow.
that.
Everyone has their
It's
doors
awesome.
open. It's like a
It's a
yeah,
movie.
yeah. It's a Hallmark
literally-
neighborhood.
So, anyways, we were at one of those parties. We were hanging out and flirting, and
at my parents' house.
we
You're
wanted
flirting at my parents.
Yeah.
we
at my
wanted
parents'
to
house.
get away from the parents
Yeah,
and
yeah.
asked if we could like go on a walk through those paseos. And
No,
we
more
we,
detail.
we were
I have one more detail. This is important.
okay.
So the way that we said that is he needed to get something from his house. So we were like, can we go get something from your house? And I think we thought our parents didn't know what was going on, but they did. They
Okay.
knew that we were flirting and we were into each other and didn't want to leave us alone.
Yeah.
So my other neighbor, Caroline, who's his age, my parents said, yes, but Caroline has to go with you.
Okay.
So
Oh,
We had a chaperone.
we had to have a chaperone.
Caroline.
She was our age, so she was honestly
When we
the
got
homie.
when we got towards the top of the paseo towards my house, Caroline like kind of walked a little further back.
Oh.
And so I just
That's
took a
friend.
moment,
So you turned around and
grabbed her, and
Yep.
kissed her.
Wow. So
Yeah.
was it a good kiss?
Oh yeah, best kiss ever.
Everything you dreamed of?
I will say that was my first kiss. It was amazing. Nothing's topped it since.
Oh.
The best kiss to this day.
Wow.
It's a pretty good game for what, 14?
Seriously.
14.
A lot of swag. Nice.
See, that was that false confidence. I told you it worked.
Yeah.
That was a cocky
Yeah.
little. I thought I was too cool for her.
He did think he was too cool for me. The first day of school, so I had this big crush on him, right? I was like, "Ooh, I'm going into high
Flirted
school."
and dated all summer.
I was like, I'm going into high school and I'm dating a sophomore. Like, ooh, I'm going to be cool. Like, I was so excited. First day of high school, he ignores me the entire
Oh,
day.
you son of a bitch.
Entire day. Then at the end of the day, I'm walking out of the gates. I see him and he's talking to this other girl. And I'm just like really jealous. Like, what's going on? He's been ignoring me. This has been a horrible first day of high school. And I like pull him to like say hi and talk to him. And he tells me, I'm sorry, we can't hang out anymore. I have more fun with other girls. I was crushed.
Oh my
I was crushed.
God. Isn't it
Wow.
funny how when you're that
Strong
age,
move.
like 1 year,
No.
he was 1 year older?
1 year older.
Isn't it insane how at that age 1 year makes such a
Yeah.
big difference?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the
Difference, yeah.
coolest
It's
guy ever.
hilarious.
I can't date a
Time
freshman.
goes slower.
Yeah.
But anyway,
You were going to talk about her, how she's so professional. And
Yeah.
oh yeah.
in the
I
show.
make fun of her and tell her she's just a rule follower. She has to follow all the rules,
Mhm.
whatever
Yes.
the rules are.
Mhm.
This girl won't jaywalk.
Are you serious?
Like she won't walk across the street unless the
Even
thing.
here?
now I
Here,
will.
here she does.
Ne-
In New
ever
York,
since
she
coming
does.
to New York for work, I
Yeah,
jaywalk.
you gotta
all the
do it in
time.
New York.
And it's like
yeah.
they just passed a new law in LA where like it's actually legal to jaywalk now or something like.
so
something
now
weird.
you
So now I will.
So now,
now-
like
No,
there
okay.
was a time in our relationship where I would like walk across the street, like there's no cars. Come on, she's like, stop, we can't go yet. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, okay.
I watched the show back, and there's 2 points actually I have to this because I was going to comment on something you said earlier about how you watched the show and didn't get the perspective that we defended.
Mm.
Is I truly think there's 2 ways to watch this show. If you're an emotionally mature person and you watch it, you can read between all the lines, all the edits. You can
Mhm.
see the people and the growth like
Yeah.
you guys did, like you've given us the compliments for. If you're an emotionally immature person, you watch the show, you see drama and arguments and Monica likes David.
Yeah, no, it's true. I
Right.
mean, that's
Yeah.
really reality TV in
Yeah.
a nutshell,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think.
So I watched the show not only in an emotionally mature way. 14 months later, I got to see it in different eyes and started to root for it. But then I also watched it in a way of like, I know this girl so much. Like I just saw her as following the rules.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
all I was watching. I didn't feel any slight. I didn't feel any disrespect. I didn't feel like the flirting was like it was uncomfortable to watch. Sure, and that we
course.
addressed
was
that, but I don't
any
think
part of
anything
you a
was
little turned on?
Yes. Yes.
turned on.
Still my question.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
go back to the bar.
Just let it happen. Allow it. Feel it.
Well,
Was
go
It'll be
back.
any
good.
part of you? Any? Just
Oh,
The
come
bar
on, a little
example
bit,
of
a little
letting guys
bit.
buy me a drink.
Yeah.
You like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like I don't want that to come off as like a kink. Like
No, it's not by any means.
Well,
It
there's varying
doesn't-
degrees. I mean,
Yeah.
it can be, but I also think there
Luke,
is
just
something.
tell the world that you're a swinger.
Absolutely
No,
not.
Because
Absolutely
weirdly
not.
enough, loyalty is like my strongest trait personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm loyal to a fault. There are friends that I've been friends with for too long because I'm loyal. I can't break that. So I've never cheated. I never will. I've only been cheated on once, and that was years and years and years and years ago. And I don't think it'll ever happen.
Yeah.
Because I just put that out there so much so that like if a guy offers to buy her a drink at the bar, I don't get offended by that. I don't get
You're flattered.
insecure, jealous by that.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I saw her at the bar, I'd buy her a drink too.
Yeah, I like it.
And I think that goes to the trust that we have like within our relationship. Like I've never questioned if he's going to cheat on me. And I don't think he's ever questioned, like I've never cheated. He's never cheated. Like we are very loyal to each other. And to that point, like even watching it on the show, I'm sure it was uncomfortable seeing us flirt, but I was never going to be physical with David.
Yeah.
That was not the point of me going on the show. That's not what we needed to work on. Our physical intimacy is fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to work on that. So that I don't think he even ever had a worry of, is Monica gonna kiss David? Is Monica gonna? We didn't even sleep in the same bed one time. Like David slept on the couch.
Really?
The entire time.
Really?
David and I were both very stern on physical boundaries.
Oh, so he also was.
Yeah.
No way.
Both
In
of
case
us.
he's
Well,
Yeah.
he's not
with
even
I.
allowed to have female friends.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
At least
that-
he practices
yeah.
what he preaches.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that was never like, we've never had that insecurity of like physical cheating in our relationship. And we both knew going in the show, like we are Christians, we trust each other. And that wasn't the point of going on the show. So I don't think you were ever uncomfortable in that point.
So
of
you
like,
were a 10 out of 10 for just like, why then?
The grass is greener on the other side
Okay.
idea.
Yeah, his own
So
insecurity.
she would have just
Yeah.
been tempted. She would have seen what's out there. And
Yeah.
like, oh,
And
I
that's
gotta
where
go.
and
the-
seen that it was better.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's where
grass
the
was
original intimidation of David came from, is like there were a lot of similarities to him and I in the beginning as we got to know each other. And he was successful and had a career and was driven and had a business.
Mhm.
Those were like the big things she was lacking from me. So
Mhm.
No.
she had everything emotionally for me and ready to go, but was missing these three things. And then David had those three things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that is scary.
That is super scary. We've
even
actually
if
talked,
it wasn't
No.
even if it wasn't David that she ended up with, the fear of losing her was just like she could realize, okay, Luke's not perfect. There are other different, better guys out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we could leave separate.
Yeah. We were talking recently about how if we broke up, what would bother us more in the person that we ended up dating after? And it would be someone really similar.
Mm.
Actually,
Mm.
like
Mm.
if he ended up dating someone who just looked completely different from me, had a totally different, everything was
Yeah.
just so different. I'd be like, oh, well, it was never.
I was the problem.
Yeah, but if it's someone who
It's
like
like a
kind of looks
better
like me,
version
a
of
better
us.
version of me,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
just having the things that I lacked,
Yeah.
then it would be more
Interesting.
upsetting.
But I
Yeah.
quickly
See,
learned.
I love your guys' insights on the show. That's why I'm stoked that y'all had us here.
And I quickly learned that him and David were very different, even personality wise, as I
Yeah.
lived with David.
Sure.
To wrap up the whole conflict
Oh, she's got it.
Oh,
conversation earlier.
Oh my
I got it. I got it. I got
wow.
it.
Let's make her forget again. Come on, we can do it.
No.
Pink elephants. Pink
drag this
elephants.
moment out.
So when we talked about the way that he was raised with his parents and they, dealt with conflict by yelling and having very loud arguments, he was always the mediator because he wanted to be like his grandma and he wanted to just make sure everybody was happy. And I feel like one of the things that we worked on in our relationship, we worked on it previous in the show, and then being on the show and helping his confidence, I really helped show him how to address conflict in a healthier way.
Mhm.
And I think we really met each other in the middle because my family was the family where we would kind of sweep things under the rug and wouldn't talk about things as much.
Yeah.
And he was the complete opposite in his family. And so we definitely met in the middle and helped each other. But I feel like a mix between us working on that in our relationship and him learning that screaming and yelling and really aggressive arguments isn't the only way to address conflict and how to conversate and come to a resolution, plus his confidence that he learned on the show. I felt like that's led to him realizing, okay, I can address things that made me uncomfortable, for example, with David at the reunion,
Yeah.
because I don't have to say something and it lead to this aggressive argument
Yeah.
where it's very uncomfortable.
Or
It
he
can
just-
just be me stating my feelings.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a fight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How do you guys fight? I know you fight.
Yeah.
How does it go
Yeah. So
down?
now I
Yeah.
feel like there was a before
Yeah.
and now there's an after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before it was a lot like some of the things you saw on the show from the other couples. Like it was
Really?
no.
It
Year one.
It was
like year one.
Like Haley and Blake style.
No.
more
No, not that far.
No,
more
no.
Killian and
Down
Ashley.
a
Like I
notch.
related to Killian a lot because early in our relationship, when I was very insecure, it was all defensive. Anything she brought up to me that was corrective, not even argumentative, corrective,
Okay.
I had an immediate defense to it.
Okay.
So then her wall shoots up because I just defended myself.
Yeah.
And then now she either wants to argue with me or wants to completely shut down. And both
or
of
cry.
those,
I would just cry.
both of those
Really?
would
Yeah.
That's-
In the
okay.
beginning of our
shoot-
relationship.
those would both
'Cause we're
shoot
so-
me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
It
would
was
cry
hard.
and I'd get more upset. Be like,
Yeah.
now you're crying.
Yeah.
No.
Or
So, and
she
how
would shut
old are we
down and
talking?
I'd get more upset.
20.
I was 24.
Okay.
23.
23,
23,
24.
okay.
23, 24 when we started
Okay.
dating. He was 25, 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Young.
Young,
So-
but also not like
Yeah.
21 or
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
and then let's hear this evolution of fighting because I actually find this really interesting, and I think fighting style, and more importantly, of course, how you resolve the fight is really the
It's
hallmark.
most of a relationship.
It's
I
most of a
agree.
relationship. I feel like a lot of couples think that, oh yeah, it's just like you're biding your
Yeah,
time.
you like
until,
eating the same food, although that is super important.
Yeah.
Do you like the same food? Oh, okay. Let's not talk about
Okay,
that.
that's not
No, that's a whole
Change the
other
subject.
Okay,
conversation.
let's stay on the topic if I will get to the food.
Okay.
But I think the fact that you guys are as good as you are today, with or without the show, is a reflection of what sounds like a lot of like working on how you deal with conflict. So let's
Totally.
hear the evolution.
Yeah. So the two changes now are I try not to. I won't say I don't defend because I definitely still slip into that, but I try not to defend instantly. And my first response is to make her feel heard and feel safe to whatever she's saying to me. And then if I have a response of my own, I say that. Or if I don't, then it's just instantly, I'm sorry, what can we do to make this better?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the second thing that changed is what she talked on is I now bring things up and that I would have a conflict with where I wouldn't before. And so I'd be sitting on 2 or 3 things that bothered me over the last month.
Resentment would build.
Stewing.
Then
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
brings
Yeah.
something up and I'm like, oh yeah, well I have this, this, and
And
this.
you
And she's like,
unload. You just
Yeah.
take all your inventory out.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then now
Meanwhile,
she's
Monica,
crying and
would you get angry in the moment when something, or would you also?
Yeah, I
hoard
would. Yeah, I
things?
would feel frustrated. I related to the Ashley Blake conversation where she brought something up, and then it almost felt like Blake was then bringing something up as ammo.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's kind of how it would be at first. Is I would bring something up that was bugging me, and then he would have 3 things that have built up over the past 2 weeks that have probably made me feel the way that I was feeling
yeah.
that I brought up in that moment, because the resentment he was building was changing his attitude and
Totally.
the way that he was.
They were feeding each other.
Yeah, exactly. And so I would get upset because it felt like, are you just wanting to try to level the playing field? Like, what's the point of bringing this up now? And so it would make me upset too, because he wouldn't, again, hear me and respond to me before he would get to the things that were bugging him.
Yeah.
And it came to a point of me explaining and us having these conversations. Like, we've had a lot of conversations just trying to understand each other. I think it's okay if you go into a relationship and you have 2 different argumentative styles, if you speak differently, if you address conflict differently, that's okay. You just have to give each other the space to learn how the other person responds to conflict, what the other person needs. And we've had those conversations over and over and over again. And both of us want to learn how to communicate better.
That's amazing. I mean, it's a lifelong process.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's you either can be, what do they say, right or happy.
Yeah.
That's the saying. And it's like it takes so long for your ego to just be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Even if maybe I'm 52% right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I've
okay.
defended myself when I've been 80% wrong.
Yeah.
So it all evens out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite pieces of advice that my dad has given me in our relationship is don't sweat the little things.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the things that couples argue about really aren't that important. In the big picture, if it is something that is really important that has to do with your morals, your values, your foundation, there's no reason to have a lot of emotions involved. You should be able to come back to that conversation and address. But if it's something small, if it's something as simple as realizing, sorry, babe, I have not eaten today. Don't take that the wrong way. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
There's so
Shandy.
many fights that can be resolved.
She doesn't respect wood. and there's a lack of understanding of how water affects stuff. And I've learned to just let it go. I really have. I look at the counter and I see the water pooling on the counter. I was like, you know what?
I don't know. The thing came out of nowhere. The reason I was addressing you was because she talked about I haven't eaten today. Andy will get very hangry.
I get very hangry.
Yeah, but what frustrates me, this is a good moment for us to talk about this,
we're unloading
is
stuff.
the lack of acknowledgement. I'm like, you realize that right now you're hangry. And he's like, no. And I think recently, in the last 2 weeks or so, finally he was like, maybe. And then, of course, with 2 bites of food, he's like, yeah, you're right. I was hangry.
Do you want to tell her?
Are you guys silly people?
Yeah, I love
what
it.
you
silly,
yeah.
I feel like
it gets really
people
weird.
like us.
Just wait.
We're very weird.
We have a trick. We have a little trick.
Evolution in our arguments has been to check ourselves out of that exact feeling.
Whatever mood
because we both
is
do it, where you can be in that hangry or work stressed me out, and not even want to admit it. Like you know you're hangry, but you're like, I don't want to admit I'm hangry. Like
you're almost like enjoying being.
I'm grumpy. Let me be grumpy.
Yeah, you're a kid.
So we call it being a poopy pants. There's like no way to stay angry if she looks at me and is like, you know what, you're being a poopy pants right now. And I'm like, frick, you know what, you're right, my bad.
I think we're gonna try that.
We're gonna try that.
Yeah. Whatever works.
We
say state change. Yeah. Sometimes if like we have to record and it's always Andy.
You're the prime example.
Well, because I'm like Monica, I'm professional.
Yes.
I'm not.
Andy, if he's not in the right mood, he didn't wake up on the right side of the bed, or he didn't something. It was the temperature is 1 degree up.
Wow, y'all are really similar.
He's very easily affected by things, but then we'll be like, state change, and so like run your hands under cold water, like go and like jump up and down.
I'll start singing a song.
We often will start singing A Whole New World together.
Oh, that's cute.
Just to like put your brain in a different mode. It's a little cheesy, but it works.
Yeah, so you have your own thing.
And it's funny because he'll be like, I can show you.
And then it like slowly shifts.
Yes.
So Charlene, there was a time when the words Italian and bergamot together would not be something I would think about when I thought about laundry. But now with laundry sauce, I can't think of anything but laundry when I hear Italian bergamot.
Oh, laundry sauce. They have elevated our laundry game. So much so that look how loved our Indonesian patchouli is. We're down to 2 pods
That's a
left.
lot of pods gone.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, as the main doer of laundry in this household.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to deny that.
Not deny that? No, you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I do agree.
It seriously can transform what can be a dreaded, mundane chore like laundry. It can turn that into something you almost enjoy because these scents are downright special. Seriously.
Smelling good things makes you happy.
Smell changes my day.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a bad mood and you walk by like a bakery and you smell cookies, freshly baked cookies? You can't help but stop and say, maybe I'm not in a bad mood.
Maybe I should stop and smell the cookies baking.
Yeah, or smell the Indonesian patchouli or smell the Italian bergamot.
Or the Egyptian rose. You can go from smelling like everybody else. Everyone knows the same 1 or 2 scents out there in their laundry detergent. You can instead smell sophisticated.
Then you can fool people into making them think you're a better person.
So for a limited time, our Shandies can save 20% off your entire order when using code Shandy at laundrysauce.com.
That's 20% off your order at laundrysauce.com with promo code Shandy.
After you purchase, they'll ask how you heard about them, support Dear Shandy, and tell them we sent you.
It's time to make Laundry Day the best day of the week.
Okay, it is now time for the Dear Shandy Newlyweds Game.
Yay!
Love this.
Okay, you guys were very speedy in your answering, which I don't think is a surprise.
I'm going to go...
Andy likes to predict who will win.
I'm going to go 4-3 Monica.
Okay.
I like it.
I love being an underdog.
Yep.
Bring it.
Okay, so let's start with you, Monica, which will mean, Luke, this is your point to win or lose. Okay? So, Monica, if you could only listen to one musician, band, or composer for the rest of your life, who would it be?
Rufus Du Sol.
Okay. Did you get that, Luke?
That's an easy point.
Rufus Du
Nice.
Sol.
Nice.
Very nice. He got it. Okay.
That was an easy one.
Okay. How about you, Luke? You can only listen to one musician, band, composer.
This one was tough. I put Forrest Frank.
Forrest Frank.
Oh, okay.
Very
He
nice.
plays Forrest Frank all hours of the day.
Okay,
It's
so
just
that's
always
easy.
playing.
Easy.
Easy money.
All right. Monica, What TV show do you watch? Well, we agreed it could be a genre of movie, maybe a talk show, TV show, something that you watch at least semi-regularly.
Yep.
Because of Luke, meaning you would not watch this if it were not for him.
All right. I changed my answer last minute, but any Marvel movie. I hate Marvel movies. He loves them. He's read all the comics.
Okay.
He's a Marvel
Let me tell you
nerd.
something. If you've listened to our podcast, we are very with you on this.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And we get a
Okay.
lot of hate about that.
We do. We get a lot of flack every time we diss
people get
Marvel.
very
Marvel
upset
movies.
when we diss Marvel.
But I will say there isn't the emotional. Although you used to read.
I loved Marvel
Comics.
comics. Yeah.
But no, you don't like the movies.
No, the movies I find is too
They're so cheesy.
too predictable.
yeah.
Too cheesy,
So Luke,
Predictable.
defend.
no
Yeah.
characters
defend.
are interesting. You're either all bad
There's
or all
nothing
good.
making me want to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel that the characters are too two-dimensional.
Yeah.
It's like if you're
Yeah.
good, you're so good. If you're evil, you're so evil. It's
Yeah.
like there's not a
So
lot.
what's
of
your
nuance.
response,
Yeah,
Luke?
Luke, defend.
Okay, next question.
I like visual movies.
Okay.
Like Transformers were one of my favorites.
Special effects are
Jurassic
good, but the
Park's
special
one of my
effects even
favorites,
are a
as you
little
saw on the
cheesy.
show.
Have you seen Odyssey?
Not
No, we
yet.
need to.
Not yet.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I'm
amazing.
I
excited.
cried.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you see it on
amazing.
the big screen too?
No, we
No.
caved because we couldn't get tickets,
Yeah.
but we plan on
We
it.
went recliners over big screen.
Ah.
As we're
Fair.
old.
It's a
Yeah.
good compliment.
Yeah.
I'm all for
Comfort.
that.
I
more
like to
important.
bring a pair of like cushy socks, a
Yeah.
blanket. Like I fully
Yeah.
set up shop
I'm
on the
the same
recliner.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like to be
absolutely.
comfortable. But wow. it
Okay.
was- speaking of visual. Okay, so
Wait, is that what you said?
yeah, did you get that right, Luke?
Marvel / Spider-Man.
Oh,
We assume.
I know.
Very good.
what you said? Marvel slash
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
That's his favorite Marvel
Spider-Man's not
character.
Marvel.
It
Spider-Man
is.
is
I just
Marvel.
thought
Oh, okay.
she write.
Yeah.
She might
It's
only
just
write
his favorite.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's his favorite Marvel character.
Okay, so Luke,
I mean,
how
it's-
about
It's
you?
pretty good.
Sorry,
The Spider-Man's a good one.
There you go.
Spider-Man's the most palatable for you.
The most
For me,
recent-
the best of all of them as a DC is Batman, because he's a real person.
And I like The Dark Knight. I like those
Yeah,
movies.
those are good.
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, I just love it.
Yeah, Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan can do no wrong, really.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, Luke, what do you watch because of Monica? You would not do it on your own.
I wrote Love Island.
Love Island.
Oh.
Very
And Love
nice.
Island UK.
Oh,
Specifically,
Oh, yeah.
so we
Yes.
did not watch. This was our first time recapping Love
Okay.
Island, and I'm going to be
Yeah, we
honest.
suffered through this season. I mean, it
UK
was a
is so
lot.
much
It was
better.
a lot
Okay.
much
better.
better.
So much better. I ended up jumping ship season 6. I don't have time to watch both every summer,
Yeah.
but the UK season that happened during
We
Love
heard
Island season
much
6
better.
was much better. So
Yeah.
I did jump ship from UK to Love Island
And you've
USA for
stayed.
season
Okay.
6. And then I watched last season, and then this season I'm like, all right, I gotta go back to UK.
Yeah, yeah.
UK is so much
So you
better.
did watch them. Okay.
Yeah.
Season 8.
Yeah. UK
It was.
is much
We
better.
were clutching our pearls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of,
It was
lot of
really.
interesting stuff
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, not
I feel like
my-
this is the answer most couples give, like in America.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, or like Real
Yeah.
Housewives.
Yeah.
Watch,
I'm-
watch
I'm-
UK.
okay.
I'm pretty
Okay.
close to not being able to write that answer on that question anymore because I'm almost a fan myself. I've been watching
it
it for
is.
so long.
I
You've
can
been
see it.
indoctrinated.
Yeah.
I can see how it's a little addictive.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it just sort of becomes this routine.
Well, it's like a habit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an
Yeah.
episode a day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
really become attached to the people. Like we
Yeah.
were marveling at how many followers they get,
It's
but
incredible.
then it's like
Millions.
you spent so many
Yeah.
hours getting to know them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like things were included that frankly should have probably
Right.
been cut.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's kind of the similar thing that would happen if you're in prison for a really long time and then you kind of don't want to leave.
Yeah.
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 I think that's why people
We're like yes, yes.
I think that's
Yeah.
why the internet's opinions are so intense on our show because they're used to stuff like Love Island where you really do get to know these people. You see them for hours and hours
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah, yeah.
They saw us for 9 hours. We were there for 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no, I
didn't see
know.
any
There's
of
almost
us.
no edit on Love
And
Island. It's
yeah,
just like
they can
everything.
paint you how they
However.
want to.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have a lot of footage and not that many hours to
Exactly.
fill.
Mhm. Where Love Island, they can't really. It's
I
like
can't do that.
that's
Yeah.
who they are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's totally different.
Yeah.
Okay, well, question number 3, Monica.
Mhm.
If you could have Luke's blank, what would it be? And you agreed it would be a trait, not a
Mhm.
physical
Mhm.
attribute. So what did you put?
I said how he's carefree and goofy. Like he just brings a lightness. I couldn't think of one word, but he's just like
Yeah.
very goofy.
I
and
like carefree.
Yeah.
That's great.
I wrote my optimism / carefree, no stress, no anxiety.
There you go.
That's lovely.
Thank
You
you.
guys, you're doing very
Yeah,
well.
this is
I love this. Wait, have we
Impressive.
both gotten each other every time?
Yes, so
There's
far.
there's been not a
This-
single
this
wrong
is
answer.
the one.
We'll see.
This is the one that we were worried about.
I
Luke.
think I have it.
What would I take?
I
from
think I
you?
have it.
Luke, if you could have Monica's blank, what would it be?
I wrote her ability to hold a conversation.
Ah, shoot.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
He always says he loves my brain and how it's organized in my memory.
I do say that. That's just like something I struggle with personally, so I'm jealous of it.
You hold a conversation.
Yeah, you hold
so
a conversation
well.
great.
I've
Yeah,
worked on that a
I
lot,
agree.
so I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
No,
I
for what
definitely-
it's worth.
Yeah.
I
It's-
agree.
I-
the medication's a big part of it, I will say.
Really?
That has
What do you
helped.
got? What do you?
I'm on
ADHD,
Vyvanse.
yeah.
Vyvanse,
for
okay.
ADHD.
Okay.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I gotta say, as
Yeah.
people who do this, I had all these notes for this interview.
Mhm.
I didn't have to look at them once because it
No, you
flowed
guys are
so
great.
naturally.
Yeah.
And you're not only good at keeping the conversation going, but even like bouncing off each other.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like half answering, and then I'll
Yeah.
let them speak to this,
Mhm.
and I'll let him speak to that, and
Yeah.
it's just really.
Yeah.
This my
I never
teammate.
would have known.
I gotta
Okay.
get some of that Vyvanse.
It's great.
It's
man.
helped a lot.
It's great.
Okay, so question number 4, Monica.
Mhm.
When you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Easy answer.
Easy.
Ballerina.
Oh,
course.
I would have
Mhm.
guessed she's a
Oh,
dancer.
yeah.
Oh, he got it.
Mhm.
It's kind of not fair because they did know each other when they
Yeah.
were kids.
Fun fact, the first time I was in New York, I actually came out here this summer going into my senior year of high school, lived on my own for 6 weeks dancing with American Ballet Theater.
Really?
Mhm.
Really?
Wow.
That was my first time being
Wait,
in New
that's
York,
pretty
16.
hardcore.
Mhm.
It's-
I was
You're
a
like
hardcore.
serious.
That's a
dancer.
power move. Wow.
Yeah.
It's something I like to brag about for her is that she had the decision to make of go to
Yeah.
college and get a degree or join ballet
Wow.
in New York
I
and
was
chase professional dancing.
auditioning for multiple ballet companies, and I got offered contracts while I was also getting accepted to colleges. So I had a very make it or break it
Do
choice.
you ever think about that, or do you
all the time.
Oh, yeah.
all the time
All the time. But I also think that you make every decision
based on what you?
based on what you wanted in the moment. And
Yeah.
I didn't really have a big social life in high school because I was so focused on academics and ballet. Like ballet,
Mm.
I was at the ballet studio if I wasn't at school. And so I had always wanted to do dance team and have more fun with dance. And I ended up going to UC Santa Barbara, which is a very fun school. I had a
Yeah.
great time, but I was also able to be on the dance team, and I was a dance major. I doubled with that and academics. So
Yeah.
I kind of got the best of both worlds. And so now hindsight, I'm happy I was able to kind of have that college experience.
Okay, well, Luke, how about you? When you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Firefighter.
Firefighter.
Wow.
Oh, wait, that's so
Since
he
cute.
was,
what, how
It's
old?
always been
Like
that
4 or
way.
5.
Like 4 or 5.
That's so cool.
There's a picture of me. I have an uncle who's a firefighter in Vegas. There's a picture of me at his academy graduation. I was like 5 years old sitting on the engine and he's like holding me in his firefighter uniform.
Yeah.
And then at my academy graduation, he came and we recreated that picture. Where I'm in my firefighter uniform from
Oh my
graduating
God.
academy and I'm sitting
That's
on
so
the engine.
cool.
He's holding me again.
That's so
That's
sweet.
touching.
So one day I'll get hired and we'll do it again for real.
Yep.
Oh my
Wow.
God, how do we get you hired?
Let's get this man hired.
Luke,
This
come
is
on.
ridiculous.
This is
There are
absurd.
fires going on right now that aren't being fought
Yeah.
Ready to go.
properly.
He's ready.
I'm ready to go.
That's outrageous. I'm getting upset. I'm
I
like,
know.
get this man. Like you're so deserving.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Um,
that.
Okay, and qualified.
Yes.
Okay, well, Monica,
Mm-hmm.
final question.
Okay.
It's your last meal on earth. What do you order?
Okay. First, appetizer, crispy Brussels sprouts, favorite. Then ravioli, favorite meal ever.
Okay.
Um,
A specific cheese?
Yeah, cheese, spinach cheese ravioli with
Okay.
like marinara sauce.
Okay.
Just love
good
Italian.
mouthfeel.
Yeah,
on a
yeah, good
ravioli,
texture,
yes.
yeah.
Yep. And then dessert, pizookie, the hot cookie with ice cream. Do you know what a pizookie is?
Mm.
No.
Okay, so pizookie is just basically like a
It's a pizza cookie.
pizza cookie.
That's what the name is.
Okay, you've said enough. That's,
icing on
that sounds
top.
good. That sounds
I just
good.
love the like hot cookie with ice
Is
cream
that like
combo.
a branded thing?
It's from BJ's.
Yeah,
That's
the
what we order.
restaurant.
Okay, BJ's?
Yeah.
Is that a chain?
Yes.
BJ's?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
That I don't know that?
No, that there's a place called BJ's.
Saw that.
Okay, Luke, I want to see if you got any.
I feel like you would change your answer if you saw mine. So I feel like I did get, but I put Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
Okay.
I put Crossroads Kitchen Bolognese. I got very
that's
specific
Very
with it.
specific.
Not for my last meal though. That's like what I eat now to stay
Functional,
healthy and not
yeah.
have dairy.
Mm.
But
it's
if
your
I could,
last
if it's my last meal, I'm
you're
having
gonna
all the
have
dairy.
Yeah,
I'm having
yeah,
the
fair. I
ravioli.
should have thought about that.
Yeah.
And then I put Nick's butter cake for the.
What's
dessert.
Nick's butter cake?
There's a restaurant that we go to called Nick's. And they
Okay.
have a butter cake.
Is it a chain?
Yes.
In SoCal, come.
Okay.
You need
for
to
all
come
these
try the
chains
dessert.
with these
Yeah.
amazing
Oh, yeah.
desserts.
California has millions
Yeah.
of chains.
No,
Yeah,
Nick's,
yeah.
Nick's is the
All the
best.
chains.
Yeah.
Butter
They're great.
cake.
Butter cake. But that's not my all-time favorite.
You guys can fight about this later.
Yeah. Okay,
There you
so unfortunately, Luke, you got 1 out of 3 things.
Yeah, no
you did get the
points.
Brussels sprouts, so
Yeah.
this is
nervous
Monica's
about this
chance to catch up.
Okay.
So if you get this, we tie.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So for my last meal, I would start with a pizza. Then I would have a steak and a baked potato. I wrote huge steak, actually.
Okay.
Has to be big. And then churros and ice cream for dessert.
Oh, you got all 3 wrong?
Yeah, so I was actually thinking about doing pizza and then steak, but then I was like, pizza can't be an appetizer. So then I felt like I had to
I mean,
choose.
you are right.
Rule follower.
Right? And so then
Yeah.
I felt like I had to choose because I knew it was steak or pizza. So I
Oh.
put cheesy bread first.
That's a good one.
And then I put pizza and then I put pizookie. But I
okay.
should have put churros.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you had put churros, we would have given
would've-
that to
yeah.
you for sure.
Yeah. You guys probably have another 6 weeks together.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We
it.
So-
haven't learned enough.
You're done.
Luke, 4-3. You are the winner of the Dear
Oh,
Shandy Newlyweds Game.
That's
Very
right.
nice.
The underdog.
Yeah.
I actually love that. I love that. The underdog. You really proved you wrong.
Yeah, I got it flipped.
Yeah,
I'm doing
I
that
think
a lot.
Yeah, you have.
Speaking of proving people wrong, in our
Yeah.
final few minutes, how did it feel to be in a room full of people who are moon landing deniers?
That
Or
conversation
large
was
dinosaur
so
denier.
interesting. I mean, all the conversations with the guys were so interesting. I didn't have much to say because
Yeah.
I didn't believe a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
But it was fun to be a fly on the wall.
I think my favorite moment of the entire season was you being like, believe in dinosaurs? Dinosaurs are something you can believe in?
I had no idea. I was like, there's in my
They
head,
made
they're as
6
real as they get.
movies.
Yeah.
You should see one of
It
them.
was great.
Yeah.
Those are
It was
great
great.
movies.
It was great.
Stand by that. Big fan.
I
Yeah.
want to say something on that too that I feel like is one thing that I wish was shown more in the edit is our personalities and like the way that we're just goofy and silly and we just have so much fun together. I feel like wasn't shown at all. And earlier when you said that you didn't think that he would be somebody that would like be loud or anything like that, like
Yeah.
his soft, sweet side was really shown on the show, which is a huge part of him. But this guy's an adrenaline junkie. He loves to play loud music and be goofy and loud. And like, we are so goofy and silly together. And
Yeah.
I feel like none of that was shown on the show. We're really excited to like show our personalities and our relationship to the world and how we really are on a day-to-day. Because I feel like that was one thing that I just wish there was more of those fun moments that
Yeah.
were shown in the show.
I feel like I saw it today.
Yeah, I think we saw
guys
a little
are
bit
really-
today.
Yeah, we're
Thank you
I
for
love it.
coming on
Yeah, thank you.
and
This was
sharing your
really great.
relationship with us and just being such good conversationalists. Like
Yeah.
that just flew by.
You made our
Yeah.
job
It
Really
did
easy.
not
Thank
feel
you.
like an interview. I was just delighted watching you.
Oh.
You made this show, you single-handedly made it so we didn't feel like we had to shower after watching this season.
Ah.
So thank
we're,
you for
we're
that.
big shower people, so that's a compliment. We understand that. Thank
we
you.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
best
Enjoy your
best
3
of luck.
hours in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was so easy to speak with you guys. So thanks for
Oh.
making us feel
Yeah,
comfortable as
we're
well.
big fans.
Yeah.
Thank
Blessed
you.
to be
Thank
sitting
you.
here, so thanks for having us.
Thanks. If you enjoyed what you heard today, you know what we will ask of you, and that is to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Instagram, and
TikTok,
leave us Apple and
Spotify.
podcast ratings and reviews. Hit the hype button, tell your friends, and generally do all the things you would do to support a podcast you enjoy. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Dear Shandy. Bye-bye. Great. 11:30.
On the dot.
You must be thrilled.
Oh, I'm so.